Hi, I'm Lynn Jensen, founder of Balanced Life Solutions, and I'm here to talk to you today about managing stress for women who are in midlife or beyond. Now, as we age, we start to have a variety of different experiences as our lives start to change. For example, we may find ourselves caught between the needs of our aging parents and the needs of our children. Or one or more of our children may choose to go off to college, and we suddenly find ourselves feeling lonely. We may choose to retire and then suddenly feel lost after so many years of being in a structured job and not know how to manage our time. And then, of course, there are those old negative behavior patterns that sit in our bodies and old traumas that exist there, and that it's time for them to heal. They start coming up. And it leads us to discussion about energy resources in our bodies. Our bodies have a certain amount of energy that we need to use every day. And the Heartmath Institute research tells us that negative or stressful emotions like overwhelm or fear or anxiety, they drain our energy and leave us feeling depleted at the end of the day. Whereas joy and care and love and appreciation actually renews our energy. Stress also causes a cascade of chemical effects on our body that could lead to disease like hypertension, heart disease, or diabetes. So if you're experiencing a lot of stress, it's really important to learn how to manage that. And that's where good coaching comes in. Well, let me tell you a little bit about my story. I retired from teaching at the age of 57, which is really kind of young. But the 5 years before I retired were really the most stressful years that I had experienced in my career. Suddenly, my brother died at the age of 53 following heart surgery. A couple of years later, my dad started experiencing a series of heart attacks, and then lung cancer was discovered, and he died in about a 4-month period. And Mom, who always had some health problems, never really recovered from Dad's death and died about a year and a half later. In the meantime, the school that I had worked in for 11 years and really loved was closed, and I never found a good fit in terms of working at another school. The next school I went to was a K-8 in a high poverty area of the city. The children there were very stressed and acted out in some very aggressive ways. The school administration was very focused on the middle schoolers, and I, as a kindergarten teacher, did not feel supported, nor did I feel that I had the protection I needed to take care of my children. So the next school I went to was in a completely different area of the city with a different student profile and a high parent involvement. But I had to take a second grade to get into that school. And since I'd never worked in a second grade, this represented a big learning curve for me. And again, I had no support. So my sister was then diagnosed with cancer. So all of it just became just so overwhelming. And although I was focused on being the very best teacher that it was possible for me to be, I was so stressed that I began to withdraw. I became defensive. I didn't reach out and let anyone know what was happening to me. And my performance started to suffer. Well, at that point, I had put myself in a position where I was about to be fired. But I retired instead. And then I returned to an old friend, which was Heartmath, and began to heal. Now, Heartmath is so effective in healing because it works from inside the body outwards instead of the other way around. And it focuses on the emotions that will either renew or deplete our energy. And it made such a difference in my life that I decided to become a coach. Now, I'd known about Heartmath since 1995. I had had multiple trainings. I'd used it with the children in my classroom, and that helped them to self-regulate their emotions and to make better transitions from one activity to another. I used it in a grief group that I facilitated with 3rd through 5th graders. And it was an integral part of the research that I did for my master's thesis, which was on the benefits of heart-based learning. So as a coach now of 8 years standing, I want to tell you that I'm here for you. I want to teach you, coach you, and support you in being the very best person you can be. To learn more, visit my website, balancelifesolutions.org, and check out the Midlife Plus Women's tab. And while you're there, schedule a free 30-minute no-obligation consult with me. Be your best. Take care. Lynn Jensen, Balanced Life Solutions.